I know you like that. How long you been back, man? Oh, yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they're getting wild for me. And all the pretty ones. See, the names have all changed since I've been around. But the game ain't the same since I left out.
Hey guys! So this week we're going to be talking about breastfeeding, the breast. Mommies and breastfeeding. Ooh. Mommies and breastfeeding. And I think it's so important, especially because this upcoming week is Black Breastfeeding Week. So I just want to give a little background on my breastfeeding journey. My baby is 1 year old. We no longer breastfeed. She currently drinks almond milk. But if we were still... Okay, so my breastfeeding journey was not easy at all. And, you know, I think this is going to be one of the more personal stories to my heart because... It was tough. It was really tough. And there was a little bit of shame surrounding my experience and what I felt. So growing up, I never had visual representations of anyone in my family breastfeeding. Like I never seen it. Like I don't even have pictures of, not saying you have to have pictures of your mother breastfeeding, but like it would kind of motivate you more, you know, like you have these representations around you of people, even younger girls, friends, any of the people around me who were having babies. I didn't see them breastfeed. I seen bottles, but I never seen them actually have. I know it sounds random, but like I never seen anyone around me breastfeed, like actually take. I think if I could go back and do anything different, I would. I focused so much on like the birth of my baby and bringing her into this world safely, and just being able to, you know, like I was just preparing for her, like how it was going to be after she was born. I didn't really focus too much on breastfeeding. Honestly, I was just like, of course I'm going to breastfeed. When they asked, I was like, duh, I'm going to breastfeed. Like that was I think going into it, people think it's like so simple. Well, I don't want to speak for people. Let me speak for myself. I thought it was going to be like 1, 2, 3, and that's just not what it was. Sometimes your baby possibly could not latch on properly. Sometimes, you know, you might not be producing enough milk. Who knows? But things happen, so you need to be prepared for those potential obstacles when they do get in your way. I didn't think that it would really be difficult, like, and I think that was me kind of just being like in my own, I don't know, like I just didn't think it would be difficult. I didn't think that it was. I was like, yeah, all I gotta do is put my breast in her mouth and I'm gonna feed her. Like I didn't know there's an actual science behind this. And yeah, I think I should have gotten more prepared on the breastfeeding aspect, I think. So I encourage all new moms, like, research breastfeeding and take classes in support of breastfeeding. I think I focused more on like the delivery, the labor, how I'm gonna take care of her after, and not really the feeding aspect of it. I remember vividly one night, maybe I was a week postpartum, who knows, I don't remember, but it was my baby was still little, maybe for Christ's sakes, let's say she was 2 weeks old, and she was crying and crying, and I just felt like I was not producing enough milk for her, and I was stressed out. I'm like, she was crying, I started crying, and it was just a mess. So I reached out to my doula, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, this baby's crying. My partner, he was trying to help me, but like I was just overwhelmed. I kept crying, the baby was crying. It was a mess. So I was also pumping with my breast machine, but I just felt like it was not enough. Like I was pumping for 30 minutes And then like my milk was like this much, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? I'm like, how is it just that much? And I've been pumping, and I just felt like my milk supply was so low, but I really just felt like my baby was hungry and I could not do anything for her. And I didn't want to give her formula at this time, and I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? My breast was hurting. By this time I pumped so much, my breasts were bleeding. I felt so bad. Like there was so much shame surrounding. I'm like, I can't feed my baby. I cannot feed my baby. What is the matter with me? I cannot, like, why is this not working? I'm trying everything and this is just not, it's not working. What am I doing wrong? So my doula, actually, I reached out to my doula, and she connected me with one of her other clients, and she had donor milk. And she had extra milk that she pumped, and she was like, of course you can have it. The client actually lived in my area, so we were able to get the donor milk like this. Donor milk? What is donor milk? I'm like, I don't want anybody else's milk in my baby's body. Like, I was just so overcome with emotion. I'm like, oh my God, I can't feed my baby. I have to have someone else feed my child. Like, what is wrong with me? And as a new mom, that's like, for me, it like crushed my heart. Like, oh my Jesus, I can't feed my baby. But this woman was so sweet, and my part, like, it took a lot for me to even give in to go and get the milk. Well, I didn't get it, my partner got it, and it was like late at night. And I was just so over it. I was just like, my baby needs, like, I wanted to do the best thing for my baby. So we went and he got the milk for me, and the woman was so nice, and she gave a bunch of donor milk, and she was just like, do you need more? And he was like, no, it's okay, because I told him, I was like, I'm gonna do this myself, you know, this is just gonna be for the night, to get the baby through the night. And my baby tore that milk up. Somebody tore that milk up. When I tell you, she was just like, and she stopped crying, and I was just like, wow. Because I even spoke with my midwife Kat about this, and she was just like, what's holding you back from taking the milk? And I was just like, I don't want to. Like, I was just so in my own head and wrapped up in emotions, and I'm like, I want to feed my own baby. And she was like, you know, she was like, I don't understand. She was like, in America, people are so, you know, standoffish about this donor milk. She was like, in my country, back home, she said, if a person could not feed their child, they pass the baby on to the aunt, and the aunt is able to feed the baby, and like they kind of rally around that mother as a community, and they make sure, like, donor milk wasn't a foreign concept to her. Like, oh, you can't feed the baby? Okay, give it to mommy, or excuse me, auntie, or whoever could supply that milk. That baby was gonna get fed. And to me, I was just like, I've never heard of that. It was Greek to me. It was foreign, and I was just like, no. This social worker who I used to work with, Dizetta, she was a sweetheart. She sent me some cream for my breast to kind of help with the tenderness. And I remember something that she said that really stuck out to me. And she said, would it kill you to prepare another mother for motherhood? Like, would it kill you? Would it kill you? And those words stuck out to me because, like, we're all standing on the shoulders of somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, somebody has helped us along the way. We're not here just by freaking, we're here because somebody helped us, you know? And I want to be able to, like, you know, I don't know who this video can help, but like, I used to look at YouTube videos during after I had my baby. But I looked at YouTube videos from before I had the baby and even after I had my baby, and there was nobody on there I felt like I could relate to that looked like me. And I was just like, oh, like, you know, people were documenting their journeys, and everybody was just like, oh, it's so wonderful. And I was just like, There was no one who, especially with breastfeeding, who kind of like gave me the real, like, and I'm not saying nobody has to give me anything, but I just thought that somebody could, you know, like there was somebody that could relate, like somebody who, you know, was kind of going through it with the breastfeeding. And nobody, like, everybody was like, breastfeeding is wonderful. It's an amazing thing. It's just so beautiful. And I was just like, I'm like, what about the mothers who struggle, like, who feel like they're not producing enough milk, who are like literally going and going and going, freaking with their breast machines pumping, and it's like this much amount of milk coming out? Like, what do we do? For me, I didn't have to go through like a milk bank. I like was put in contact with this woman because, again, that home birthing process that I went through built this type of community for me, and I was able to get the support and help that I needed. But yeah, in honor of Black Breastfeeding Week, kind of give people another option that they might not be aware of, that some people probably have never heard of, because I've never heard of donor milk before. And I don't think that some people's doctors might even tell them this. I was lucky to, I'm not going to say lucky, I was blessed to be made aware of this this process by my midwives and my doula. The purpose of Black Breastfeeding Week is basically just to celebrate and acknowledge, normalize breastfeeding within the Black community, and educate. What better way to help normalize breastfeeding within our community than to educate us? Bring away amazing mommies, you know, good luck on your breastfeeding journeys. I hope that all women can at least try to give it a try. And until next time. And you see what my shirt says? So my shirt says, let me help you fix your crown, sis. And that is the motto from a program that I started called Blossom Brown Beauty. And that's basically what the purpose of these videos are. Let me help you fix your crown, sis. Like, let me help you. This is free information. It's up to you what you want to do with it. It's to bring awareness and to keep Black women informed. And let me help you fix your crown, sis. I don't need nothing in return. I just want to help you. Until next time. You see my
See the names have all changed since I've been around, but the game ain't the same.